Welcome to Crime Cocktails and BS. This is Alex. I'm Kaisa, and we're going to talk about some pot items today.
Did you say hot items or pot items?
Hot
Oh, that's what I
help.
figured.
We are talking about the alleged New England serial killer. And I'm sure everyone's seen TikToks surrounding this lately.
If anyone has a spare room or would like to have me move in with them for a little bit, I would be greatly appreciated.
It's
I don't
very
want
literally close to home to Alex
I don't
because
want to be here anymore. I don't want to die yet. It's too soon.
yeah, please don't. Alex is in Rhode Island, so one of the bodies was actually found in Rhode Island. We'll talk about that. But there may be a serial killer near you, Alex. How do you feel about it?
I feel great. I feel like life has been restored. I have a fire under my ass. No, I want to get the fuck out of Dodge so bad. I'm so happy. It's almost May and like I have things planned for that I won't be here. So I don't know. We're gonna get into it. There's a lot going on with it. And then we're gonna jump back into the valley because it is, I feel like they should have done this as like a two-part
Yeah,
opener.
I do too. And
Yeah.
dark, very dark.
So dark. Okay, so we record our audio on Zoom, and I don't know what just happened, but I somehow was able to set fireworks off behind my head. I've never
Zoom
done that
has
before. How did
bad
I do that?
timing. Zoom does not read the room. Zoom just celebrates things when we're talking about like the darkest shit. It's very funny.
Yeah, it likes to do random thumbs ups all the time. Love it.
Anywho, let's dive in.
Yes, let's talk about how I can't sleep at night. Yay.
Yes. Poor Alex. So basically, between March and April, 9 bodies have been discovered across Massachusetts, Rhode Island, and Connecticut, and one additional or several additional cases people are tying back into this that are possibly connected. The victims are mostly women. 3 have been identified by name. There may have been more by today. So much stuff is coming out daily. One male has been confirmed, while 2 bodies have yet to be identified by gender or age. So there's not a lot of information out. It's just become very public that there are bodies being found in a very close vicinity. So interesting shit. Do you want me to break down the different victims and the dates?
Whatever you want to do. I literally have that song in my head that's like, let the bodies hit
You're
the
like,
floor,
please.
let the bodies hit the floor.
Oh my God. Just a little
I
morbid.
need help.
Fine. So I'll just give a quick rundown of each case or each body found. March 6th, and please tell me if I'm pronouncing these
I'm
cities
so
wrong.
excited for this part.
This is Alex's favorite thing, is what I try to pronounce.
Well, okay,
East
because
Coast
literally
cities.
anytime we talk about Wisconsin or the Midwest in general, I butcher every single one.
Well, I mean, those are really hard. Okay. March 6th, Norwalk, Connecticut.
Yeah, that sounds great.
That was Paige Fannin. She was a female, obviously 35 is her age. March 19th, Groton,
Rotten.
Groton, Connecticut. Should I know that? I don't know.
No, you're fine.
Um, Unnamed female, aged between 40 and 60. She was found in a suitcase near a graveyard. Someone has been arrested in this case, so it's probably not related to the others. At least police are saying it's not. March 21st, Plymouth, Massachusetts. Unnamed, no info on gender or age, was found in a wooded area. March 25th, New Haven, Connecticut. Denise Leary, female, 59. She was found in advanced decomposition and had been missing since September. So, kind of, and I think also was found in a wooded area. Most of these people were. March 26th, Foster, Rhode Island. Michelle Romano, female, age 56, was found in a wooded area. Suspicious circumstances were noted. April 9th, Killingly, which is such a horribly fitting name.
By the way,
Killingly,
also 10
Connecticut.
minutes away from where I went to high school.
Oh gosh,
Yeah. Well,
scary. Unnamed, no info on gender or age. April 10th, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Unnamed male bound body found in a basement grave following a nearby fire. Not sure if it's connected. Who knows? April 22nd, Springfield, Massachusetts. Megan Meredith, female, 45, was found near a bike path, ruled a homicide. I don't know if they've arrested anyone on this yet.
Not on that one. I was like trying to read all about it this morning because
Hmm.
like obviously it's all happening in real time. Like another case that they said may have been related, but they ruled out is that they found two bodies in Salem, Massachusetts. Massachusetts. I'm from here. This should not be an issue.
Hard.
Honestly, can I just tell you, I was so nervous to say all of these places' names because I knew like it's like talking to my mom. I would just slip back into just sounding like
I'm
shit.
so excited about it.
But yeah, so they found two bodies in Salem, which they were initially linking. However, they did arrest a suspect, Jay Blodgett, who is a homeless man and is now facing 2 counts of murder.
And all of the other cases, there were like no details released. And according to Joseph Scott Morgan, forensics professor at Jackson State University, he said, we do have bodies that are intact, and still to this point, we don't have a cause of death for a lot of those bodies. So interesting.
Yeah, they've been really keeping it. It's weird. It's been very under wraps and I feel like very downplayed in the media, but also they have to talk about it.
Hmm.
There is a Facebook group called New England Serial Killer with over 65,000 members, and they are dropping crazy theories, notes about it. I don't have Facebook anymore.
I went on it.
Did you?
Yeah. So
Rude.
this is where I formed my personal opinion that there is not a serial killer. Drop. Huh?
This is also just to make me feel better.
Yeah, well, yes, but let me just talk about it a little bit. First of all, I'll just run over the police comments. Most police departments involved in these cases denied any connection between these deaths. They said normally agencies are not engaged in random searches of wooded areas. In this situation, with multiple bodies in multiple jurisdictions, we don't know if there is even a connection. We have to be very careful about how we interpret the forensic evidence. The most difficult thing is to not overinterpret. So basically, there are so many people involved in that Facebook group posting so many more bodies being found in the area too, like trying to connect it. The thing is, so there's a tension on this because of social media now, because everyone's sharing the different bodies being found. It's kind of like the plane crashes. There aren't actually more, it's just being publicized more. So actually, murders and bodies being found has decreased in that area. Same with violent crimes, same with missing people. So it's actually gone down statistically across New England, not up. So it's just because of algorithm-driven platforms that is making it seem like they're finding a ton of dead bodies. So I hope that makes you feel better.
It sure does. I think too, like you're saying, like the use of social media in this is just so out of control that when anything happens here, it's like happening in a small town, but it's the entire state. So when they started like excavating the body in Foster, like there were people doing like Instagram lives from it. Like that shouldn't be happening.
Yeah.
Bodies being, is it exhumed?
Yeah,
I,
or I guess, I don't know.
I don't know. But yeah, so like that, this really reminds me of Don't Fuck with Cats.
Oh God,
It's
yeah.
almost like
Horrible.
there are people who are genuinely interested in this stuff and genuinely like interested in thinking that they're helping solve these crimes. But then you have the people who are like, oh, maybe I can get famous off this, you know?
Yeah. And there's such a huge interest in true crime that it's exploded. And it is easy to sleuth online and like people are good at it. But it's just, I don't know. I feel like we're blowing this up until there's a connection between the bodies. There isn't any connection so far, at least being reported.
I was telling Kaisa a story before this. There was someone in this group saying that there were body parts literally down the street from where I grew up on the beach, and they had to send police and FBI to go survey the beach, and they didn't find anything. And then the person came back out and said, "Oh, that's actually like the synopsis for the novel I'm writing. Like you just wasted time, effort, money, like for no reason. And there's
Did she
actual,
get in trouble? Like, that's
I'm
crazy.
sure. I don't know. It's just, it's very creepy and also just like very, I don't know. It makes me think of someone's like, it's like reminds me of a Stephen King novel or something. I
That's what I was
feel like I'm
thinking.
living in one right now and I don't like it.
Yeah. So when I was exploring that Facebook page, there were a lot of articles posted that were like bodies found in Boston, da da da. And like I would read the comments and they'd be like, this was like an overdose. That was very clearly an overdose, like a hard drug user for many years. Like it was not a murderer. So like, why are people trying to stir up fear? I don't know. It's just interesting.
Yeah. And I mean, it's not like New England hasn't had like serial killers or anything. We had
Yeah.
the, I'm sure you saw the Lifetime movie of it, but like we had the Craigslist killer who literally would find women on Craigslist and then murder them. You have the Boston Strangler, you have the still unidentified New Bedford highway killer who is believed to have been behind several deaths in 88 and 89. But yeah, like there's no, or at least the police, FBI, and everyone that's involved has not made any connections between all of them. It does seem odd that all of these mostly women have been found in similar areas, similar situations. So, I mean, that does creep me out a bit and kind of
Yeah.
reminds me of like Zodiac killer kind of stuff.
Right.
But I think
I
that's
know.
why people enjoy it because it's like, oh, we can connect it to this one. Remember this? I think, I mean, it gets boring over here in the winter. Not gonna lie. So
So it's kind of exciting to have something like
I think there's a
eventful
difference
at
between
least.
like excited
Yeah.
fun versus excited fear. And I would much
Right.
rather not have my fight or flight complex kick in
Yes.
every time I open my phone or a newspaper or something. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Same. I want that for you.
thanks. I'd love that for me.
So another thing to make it, I guess we'll see what comes out, but for it to be considered for a serial killer, basically, police and FBI researchers need a formal link between DNA matches, consistent cause of death, patterns in victim characterizations, which there hasn't been yet, except for like women. They aren't the same age group. They don't look the same. They aren't the same body type. Like it's so far, nothing has been connected. Any witnesses, or I guess another thing is many of the bodies have not been fully identified or autopsied yet, so we'll have to see what happens. There's a lot of drug use also in some of those cities. So
Oh, yeah.
overdoses are common, and a lot of them could be overdoses or um, the elements of outdoors and drug use.
Mhm.
Like that happens a lot. So,
Yeah, there was just this article I read the other day that's like fentanyl use is going down, but meth is going up. And I'm like, great.
yay. Great.
Love that.
Great. Love it so much.
Wonderful things we love to hear. Yeah, I mean, I think it just feels like a movie. It's like so weird. And I'm like wondering, there must be like a small task force in place right now trying to figure out if there's link. I mean, this is me being like, don't you think there must be someone working on this? Like,
I think probably because of all the attention it's getting, they are probably trying to like prove it's not a serial
do
killer.
you think if it wasn't getting this kind of attention, and when I say attention, it's just like not news sources, like with all this social media backing, do you think it would still be getting this kind of attention, at least from like the feds or the cops or
No,
anything?
I don't think so. A lot of deaths are just like cast off as accidental deaths. So hopefully this does give a little bit more closure to at least those family members because
Yeah.
there will be a little bit more research done or that's the only positive, I guess. I guess the police came out and said we're hiring if anyone actually wants
Oh, yeah. I
to
loved that.
investigate it.
I
Yeah.
loved that. They're like, yeah, if you're gonna do this from home, why don't you get paid for it?
Yeah.
Like, apply from within. Like,
hmm
okay. Oh my God. Could you imagine how many people are like, you know what? Yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah.
Might as well. If you're gonna be like diving into this on your own, like,
Right? That reminds me, when I was a little kid, I was obsessed with CSI, the
of
show,
course you were.
and I wanted to become a forensic scientist, and I like talked about it all the
Didn't you
time,
go to
but I never
school
did
for? No,
it.
you went to school for being a dentist.
Well, pre-med, we did do a lot of like science, like biology and forensics and other things like that. But yeah, that would have been a fun job actually.
I love how that's what you wanted to be when you were a kid, and I was like, I'll be a vet. Like that
That's
was,
like sweet and caring. I was like, dead bodies.
I know you're like dead bodies, and I'm like, I want to save all the animals,
That's good.
even though I'm afraid of half of
Wholesome.
them. It's fine. You know what I'm really afraid of?
Hmm.
Not getting into the valley without having a beverage in my hand. What do you got?
Wow. That was spot on. That
Well,
was
actually, as I was
amazing.
halfway through it, I was like, fuck, we got to do the cocktail.
I thought you were gonna say having alcohol.
No, I,
You know what I'm scared
it
of?
does,
Alcohol.
I am scared of alcohol and what it does to me. I was explaining to Kaisa also before this that I bought all these wine glasses last year at Home Goods and I haven't been able to, not that I haven't been able to use them. I just want to find ways to use them because I don't drink. So I put my Diet Coke in one today and it's really nice.
You should start coming up with mocktail recipes for this.
Okay.
And use your cute glasses because I only have limited glasses.
The ones that
Um,
she's taken home because she thought they'd look better at her house than at the
yes.
restaurant.
Um,
Corset.
this is the New England Ripper. I know it's kind of
You
dark. I'm sorry.
sicko. I love it.
Um,
Wait, that just
sorry guys.
you're
So it is
sick
it's rum, but this is actually a mocktail because yeah,
because it's
because it's
10
10 in the
a.m.
morning.
for you.
So rum is in the alcoholic version. Cranberry juice, black currant liqueur, fresh lime juice, splash of ginger beer, and some little sugared dried cranberries.
So cool. And guys, super excited to share that you can now get all of our cocktail and mocktail recipes on our website.
Thanks
Yay.
to Alex.
Okay,
She's
it
a
was
goddess.
pouring yesterday, like a monsoon. And I was just like, what do I do with my day? I already went to Pilates. That was my like only outing. But of course, let me just explain quick. Yesterday, what I called a day of balance because
Okay.
good things happened and then some not so good things happened. So it was like a day, it was like a yin and yang day. And I was
Hmm.
also trying to reframe my thinking around it because I was like, what the fuck is happening? I woke up, let Bori out, and I'm like, great, fluffy dog. It's supposed to rain today. I missed the rain. We're good. Like, I don't have to smell Bori throughout the day. It starts literally like a flood is happening.
Monsoon.
No lie. And I look out my window and I'm like, the roof of my car looks weird. Like, why does it look like there's two levels? The day before was so nice. I left my sunroof open overnight and it was now pouring. And so I ran outside in my pajamas and a raincoat and with two bath towels
Oh, shit.
and had to dry my car. And Bori, of course, being my loyal sidekick, ran out after me. So I still had the wet dog. And yeah, so my car was like soaked to the bone.
Yay.
My cup, it was so bad. My cup holders had like puddles in them.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh. Was it
it was
damaged
like
at
2 hours.
all?
Surprisingly not. I drove it around this morning and it was totally fine, but there's still water kind of coming out from the lights.
Oh God.
And my seat, like granted they're leather, but like the pads underneath the seat definitely are still damp. My butt was cold.
Yeah. I'm shocked the leather wasn't damaged. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
And then I found out someone tried buying like a pet planter with my credit card, so I had to cancel all that shit. And then yeah, it was weird. It was a weird day.
A pet planter?
Oh yeah, if you go on petfeeling.uk, it's literally these planters you can get that look like your dog.
I mean, that's kind of cool.
No, they're not. They are not. If someone tried spending $80, I'm like, what are you doing? And you know me, I like comb through my statements.
Hmm.
I'm not letting capitalism win.
Yeah, I am, but it
Only
sucks.
on occasion.
Um,
But yeah, you know who's not winning at life? Jax Taylor on the Valley.
jeez.
That was my segue.
This season is so fucking dark.
It's been 2 episodes and I literally am like, what is happening? I feel like we're in
It's
some
so dark.
weird vortex matrix situation. Kristen's the voice of reason. I like, I mean, I guess it's fine because like I still can't stand Jesse or Michelle.
I like Jesse. What the fuck is happening?
Are you okay?
I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with me.
That's not okay.
I know.
I liked him for a millisecond in this episode where when he and Michelle are sitting down and they're going over the calendar and discussing like how to do their child like
Yeah.
custody. I don't have children, but I have had boyfriends who needed assistance with figuring out their child stuff, which I should not have been a part of, but I was.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am. Yet they were asking me for advice, and I'm like, equal opportunity is really good. Anyway, I for like a second felt for him, and then he started being like, you to Michelle and just starting to be like a real gaslighter. And I was like, oh, right, I don't like you.
Yeah, it's I guess the girlfriend of Jesse is sending cease and desist letters to everyone now. Allegedly.
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 I loved
Yeah.
that part.
So allegedly. Yes. It like also don't date someone on reality TV if you don't think you're gonna be brought up.
Also, who's the guy from Baywatch?
Yeah, who's the guy from
Because the
Baywatch?
only one that pops in my head is fucking Hasselhoff, and I know that's not true.
Sheena was on this episode
On the
via
phone,
phone. Yeah.
which
Exciting.
is exactly where she should be.
Yeah. The scene with Jax and Brittany was the darkest thing ever.
Oh, I cried.
Like yeah, I'm sure I mean, we've all dealt with addicts, I think. So it's tricky to watch that. But to have he was like, "You've done coke." And she was like, "Yeah, but I would pass a drug test if I took one right now. Would you?" Like it is she was terrified of him. She was hiding downstairs while he was storming around. It's just like a really scary sight, and I really hope he gets help. It seems like he hasn't because on paparazzi photos, he's like pulling his pants down in front of them and like,
Itching his balls.
yeah, like
Yeah.
not well.
No.
So,
Yeah, that whole scene was so. I'm like, okay, first of all, Bravo has this thing where they never put trigger warnings at the beginning of episodes, and they really should.
they should.
That is a huge problem. And this one definitely needed it for that kind of, well, the abuse they were discussing, like the physical abuse they were talking
Yeah.
about, they should have put a trigger warning for that. They should have done a trigger warning for that whole scene between Jax and Brittany. Because, like you said, I feel like a lot of people have dealt with addicts. You and I have obviously talked about that. And watching Brittany, I made myself watch it twice. The first time because I was bawling my eyes out because it's just like, it can trigger flashbacks of like,
Yeah.
I remember, I wish I could say I only had to deal with that once. I've dealt with it twice
Yeah.
with partners, and it's such a scary thing to be in. And I remember being like that myself, being like, you have a problem, you need help.
Well, and it's not even the drug addiction, it's the abuse. Like
Yeah.
that's a huge problem. They should have said like we do not condone abuse. Like
They
they should have
shouldn't
said
have had him back
something.
on the show.
Right. If they knew that was happening.
But again, this is it's such a thing with Bravo, and I don't understand it. It's like, and especially with this franchise too. Like, if we take a look back, and I know we kind of touched on it during the what the fuck emergency, but like James Kennedy had a history of physical abuse towards his partners, and Kristen tried talking about it, and they pretty much shut her down. And then Allie wouldn't talk about it because she knew. I feel like she knew. I haven't watched that or listened to that Vile Files with her. It looks like she talks about it. And then you have people who I think are considered like favorites of the network, like Lisa Vanderpump, who won't speak out or say anything, or you have the people who are like, boys will be boys, and it's like, no, that doesn't work. That's not something you can just say and it like sweeps it all under the rug. And I mean, think about like even earliest instances that we have of like footage of this. Taylor Armstrong getting punched in the face by her husband, and now in like did you see that there's like the ID, I think it's ID, is doing like housewives
Yeah. We
like
should, I mean,
crimes.
yeah.
I think we should definitely talk about it. She's like describing the entire event of her just laying in bed and him coming in there and punching her in the face. And then she goes to the doctor and she's telling the doctor, because Russell's there with her, saying, oh, she fell or something. And the doctor's like, I've only seen this one other time, and it's when a cop got punched in the face. These issues have come up on the network, and there's never really anything done.
It's, yeah. And like, don't get me wrong, I'm thoroughly entertained by this season of The Valley, but it's very dark. And yeah, I don't know how I feel morally about all of it.
Well, it makes me think too, like, is Bravo's way of getting out of it, like, we can't break the fourth wall, but like, they've stopped
They do.
fights between
Yeah,
women.
they do.
Is it because
At
like
least
they're
make a
not there
statement.
during it? Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah,
It almost makes me think like if we don't see it, we can't do anything about it. Like it's all alleged. It's
right.
like Brittany had proof. I mean, they have the scene where Kristen goes into Jax's house and she's like, and he's like, you can't sit there. That's the stool. And she goes, yeah, I heard about it. Like he's not denying or downplaying it either. Like he's
No,
fully
he admitted to
admitting.
it. Hmm.
I don't know. Clearly I'm heated.
Well, and then he's just such a narcissist. Like the whole conversation with Kristen where he was like, "But no one asked how I'm doing." Like, shut the fuck
Oh,
up.
and blaming Brittany because she didn't go over to him when he said like he wanted her to check in on him. That meant that he could like have that girl over and leave the. Oh, that was so gross.
He literally just she took a baby wipe from their baby wipes and wiped her vagina. So disgusting.
But like, do you? No, I can't go there.
What?
Like, do you think that girl had any like? Do you think Jax did that all on his own, or do you think they like,
I thought about that.
or do you think like that girl had something to do with it?
I don't know.
Also, what about how he like he's so passive aggressive too, like turning the pictures of the family like backwards. And then did you see he put the like the playing cards on top of the cameras they have in the house?
Yeah, hiding what he's doing in the house. Okay, also I just didn't want to make a petty side comment
Oh,
about
please do.
their decor was like not home goods. It was like something
Oh, it
cheesier.
was.
Okay, like those quotes that were like, "You are my forever" or whatever. Like they had those all over the place and it was so dark to have this like happening at this time and then all these like
Like
quotes
home
and
is where the
songs from their
heart and
wedding.
family is or
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
And over their bed it was like their family name. I can't remember what
I have
it said,
such
but
issues with home decor like that.
same.
Maybe it's just
Live,
because of
laugh,
like
love.
maybe it's just because of like the work we've been in that if I see another like beige piece of furniture or like driftwood or God forbid,
I have drift.
um, oh my God, what's it called? Shiplap,
Yeah.
I will do my fucking head in.
Well, and just those like stupid fucking pre-made quote things. Like
Yeah.
I hate those.
Like, guys, go on Etsy. Like, there's plenty of shit around. Here's me, who's never been accused of being a minimalist in her life. I'm like, I if I find wall space, I'm like, yep, that goes there. And I
Yeah.
obviously have my like cause uh cereal guys over there and like I will find a place for everything. Even my vase is a piece of art. It's a Medusa head. It's so cool.
Yeah.
I could show you right now.
We gotta get a little bit unique, guys. Gotta
Be
get
it
unique.
yourself. Like, look how cool she is.
I'm obsessed with that's really cool.
She's amazing. I
A
love
lot of
her
work went
so
into
much.
that. That's cool. Medusa is one of my favorite goddesses. So
Same. By the way,
yeah.
there's this trend right now, which
And
you won't
Athena.
do because you don't have TikTok. But you can like type in what Greek, like just type Greek goddess into the search engine, and the first one is supposed to be like yours. I got Nyx, which is like the goddess of shadows and death. And I'm like, yeah, that sounds accurate. Thanks.
How do you do
You can
it?
take like quizzes and shit too. Like if you
Okay.
go, say you had TikTok again.
Aphrodite.
I can totally
What
see
I
that.
meant, not
I
Athena.
love Aphrodite too.
Yes.
Actually, my background on my laptop right now is it's the Birth of Aphrodite painting. Before it was Anne Boleyn and King Henry VIII trying to like get together behind Catherine of Aragon's back, and I was like, that's probably not a good like thing to be putting out into the universe.
Can I just tell you,
What?
first of all, my third grade teacher made me memorize the Greek alphabet, so I know it by heart. But also,
Wow.
Wishbone. Did you ever watch
I
Wishbone?
mean, the show with the dog detective?
Yeah.
Yes, of course I
So
did.
I got the computer game that was called Amazing Odyssey, and it was like so fun. You go through the Odyssey basically, and you learn about all the gods and goddesses and like the story of the Odyssey. It's fucking great.
Do you remember there was a book that was like kind of scary stories? And there was one story about a girl who wore a green ribbon around her neck and she wasn't
She was
allowed to
holding
take
her
it
head.
off. And then she took it off and her head fell off.
That was that one with the illustrations. Oh my
Yes,
God, what's it
you
called?
remember it?
They made a movie out of those.
I did not know that.
What is it called?
That
What
was
is
my
it called?
favorite story.
Oh my God, I
Explain a
can't think
lot.
of it.
It's like
Dane, what's the creepy illustration scary
with the
storybook?
girl with the green ribbon. What do you say? Figure it out.
Um,
Thanks, Dane. Daniel, not your name.
are you afraid of the dark?
No, that was a great show,
No.
though.
It's like those sketchy. Who was the
You
artist?
can see the illustrations, right? It was like very like cross-hatchy.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Scary
Right.
stories to tell in the dark.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, it's illustrated by Stephen Gamel. Wait, is that it?
In a dark, dark room and other scary stories.
Yeah, it's that. It's
It's
the
from the I
super
Can
creepy.
Read series.
Like the really creepy watercolor sketchy. Oh my
This was
God.
level two, reading with help.
We read those when we were so little.
In a
Like
dark,
I
dark
remember
room with a dark. Oh my God.
the dripping water in the bathroom. I can't remember what it was, but like there was like dripping sounds
I love it.
happening.
My mom would have us reading like Chrysanthemum and Owen and like the rainbow fish at home. And then I go to
Yeah.
school and I'm like, give me this.
This is why we are how we are.
This is why I look like a cinnamon roll, but could kill you.
What?
Have you not seen that thing? It's like
No,
a
but
friend, and
what?
it's like looks like a cinnamon roll, could kill you. Looks like they could kill you, is a cinnamon roll. Looks like a
I love
cinnamon
that.
roll, is a cinnamon roll. Looks like they could kill you, could kill you.
Okay,
And
I
I
don't
always
know which one
say,
I am.
well, I always say I'm a cinnamon roll and look like a cinnamon roll, but I feel like as I'm learning more about myself through these conversations, it might be a little different.
I think sometimes I look like I could kill you, and probably could kill you.
I think this is a great segue into quick shots.
Yeah.
Because we literally just went on 10 tangents.
Yes. Sorry, guys. I hope you're entertained.
It's been a week, and
It's been a week,
we're also
guys.
dedicating this episode to Penny.
Yes, my dog passed away last week, so it's been a week, guys. Just deal with it.
What a year this week has been.
Yeah, for real. Okay, do you want me to ask you first?
Sure. We didn't do them
Sure.
last week, so might as well start off with a bang.
If you had to pick a theme song that played every time you entered a room, what would it be? I know it's hard.
Oh, I have so many. It
Oh, well, that's
would
good. Just
depend
list a
on my
couple.
attitude.
List a couple.
Hello, Dolly, because that was both my grandmothers loved that song, so I would do that.
It's
Also
great.
grew up on musical theater, so and theater in general. So there's that. You know what? I always wanted to be my theme song, and I have to blame Charlie's Angels for this, is Barracuda.
Yes.
You know, when Lucy Liu,
So
her
good.
name's Alex in the movie, is walking down the hallway. I was like, what a badass.
Barracuda.
And then maybe
Yeah.
the song from I sound so fucking ridiculous with these ideas. Maybe, in Legally Blonde, when Reese Witherspoon is like, she's in the bunny costume at the party and she's like, watch me
Yeah.
be amazing. And she's in line buying the MacBook.
Hmm.
Oh my God, I wanted that computer so bad.
Is that
2001.
the one with the colored
It
back?
was the orange and white one.
Okay, I had a
Shut
bunch of
up.
those growing up.
But it wasn't like the desktop one. It was like the laptop that kind of looked like a
Oh,
shell.
I don't remember that. Okay, maybe not then.
Sounds like a rewatch is necessary for you.
Yeah, definitely.
And then if I had to round out like a top four, I sound so shallow with all these ideas.
No, you don't.
It'd have to be something by Britney Spears,
Yeah.
right? Like I had to.
Yeah.
I think who I'd like to be is Oops, I Did It Again, but really I'm a sometimes girl.
Yeah.
Was I making dinner the other night and singing to myself, not a girl, not yet a woman? Because literally how I eat as a single woman is not okay for any human.
Snacks.
Mostly snacks. Hi.
That's the best though. Um, okay.
Okay. Oh, right,
Next
there's more.
cue. Next cue. Um, what food would you confidently win a speed eating contest in?
French fries.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. What's your most useless hidden talent?
Wow. Okay, I have a few. Wait, I'm so glad you asked me this. I love it. I can hyperextend most of my body.
Well, I didn't know
Like
this.
I can do that with my fingers, which is usually really gross.
Ew.
Like if I go for a high five, I'll do this at first, and then if I want to freak the person out, I like do that. But yeah, I can hype. It's really fun in Pilates. I'm working on not doing that.
Yeah, that can hurt you, right?
Yeah, you're not supposed to bend in certain ways,
Yeah.
and yet I'm like, wee.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I can do that. I know all the words to Young MC's Bust a Move. Like to throw that out at a party. As well as Ice Ice Baby. That's good. Oh, I learned how to open up a beer bottle with a fork. That I can do.
That's a good
He's
one.
non-alcoholic. My dad has been sober for 20 years, and he was like, Al, you gotta, like, if you're gonna continue trying to drink NA beer with me, like, you gotta learn how to do this instead of trying to find a bottle opener all the time.
Yeah. I make Dane open any can. I
It's
can't do
so
it.
fun. Like, you hook your finger on, you go, like,
Oh,
I feel really cool.
okay, okay.
Well, I will never try to do the teeth one. I remember this girl in high school would like be able to open them with her teeth.
Ah,
I
that
thought
would
she was so cool. And
shatter
I'm
your
like, yeah,
teeth.
your dentist is gonna love you.
Yeah, her teeth are missing now.
Sounds like
They're
a bad
rotting.
act. Why do you say that?
The enamel is
The
damaged.
enamel is
Okay,
gone, not returning.
not returning. What is the weirdest thing you believed as a kid?
I used to think France was above Maine. That was something I believed for a long time.
That's cute.
And well, I mean, it kind of makes sense when you think about it, because like Quebec's right there. Like,
Yeah.
but no, I was convinced. And I also was convinced that I would be a Disney princess, and that did not happen.
Yeah, it did happen actually. So
I don't know what you're referring to.
you are a Disney princess. You're
I
a dark
was
Disney
I
princess.
was told once that I had eyes like a Disney princess, and I started crying. Top three compliments of my life. All from women, by the way.
You are gorgeous. You are a Disney
Oh,
princess. Okay. If aliens landed and asked you to show them one app on your phone, what would you show
an
them?
app. Ooh, let's take a look. I think it might be my the app I choose is. I have like very bad apps on here. Maybe, yeah, I guess like one of my astrology ones to be like, you're from this planet. Look what this means for me.
Yeah. I
Like you're gonna run into a lot
love
of
that.
women like me, and that's okay.
And you gotta love them.
Yeah. Is
That
that
was
the app
it.
you thought I would pick, or what app did
No, that's not what I thought it would be like TikTok because I don't know, it just shows humanity in a way.
That's smart. That's smart.
But who knows?
That was a very intellectual response. And here's me being like, girly, I love planets.
It
Uh,
would be something they would like relate to or understand
I
though.
thought you were
Like,
gonna say I would pick the Dunkin' Donuts app.
you get a free coffee, alien.
Dude, you don't even want to see how many free coffees I could get right now, regardless. Okay, your turn.
Okay.
What is your most irrational fear?
I have slight OCD tendencies.
No.
So my brain like replays traumatic things. So anything that's like super traumatic that would stick in my brain would haunt me for the rest of my life. So that's my irrational fear is like seeing something awful happen.
That like actually happened or like that played out in your mind?
Oh, like something that would actually happen. If witnessed it, it would just like continuously play in my head. So I don't want, that's my fear.
But
I don't
nothing
want,
you've actually witnessed.
yeah,
Oh, girl, I love you very much. This is a safe place. I want
it's
to give you
hard.
a hug right now.
It's tough, guys.
That happens to me on like planes and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. If you had to move to another planet, me being a planet girly and all, which one would you choose?
One where I wouldn't like instantly die. I don't know.
That's so logical. Like, have fun with it.
I guess, um, I don't know.
It's supposed to be
Mercury.
fun. All right. So
Mercury,
you're all about
Mercury looks pretty.
communication. Okay.
Yeah.
Pretty. Love that. Okay. If you could be part of any horror movie franchise, which one would you want to be a part of? Or TV show?
Oh, the White Lotus.
You would consider that horror?
Wait, what was the question?
Horror. If not horror, horror.
Or,
Horror. What horror movie franchise would you like to be a
oh, I guess any A24 film.
You're just too cool for to be my friend. Here's me being
What?
like, that song from Legally Blonde and that scene from Charlie's Angels, and you're like, any A24 film, really.
They're all so good.
How
I
are
love
we
them.
friends? Like,
Except for like, I think is Saw. I don't like Saw.
I've only seen one. You know how I feel about if I do not have a boyfriend, I cannot watch a horror movie.
I get that. It's hard to do it alone because then you
I
like
need
dream
someone to
about
like
it. Yeah.
slap, being like, oh my God. Like, I am not a calm person
I
during a scary
love
movie.
scary movies.
Like, I
Love.
used to think I'd be that girl, be like, oh my God, hold me. Like, I need to hide. No, I'm like, what the fuck? Cool. Okay. If you found,
Wait, is Jaws considered a horror movie?
think it's more suspense.
Okay, then never mind.
Were you gonna say Jaws?
I just love
You
shark
love shark movies.
movies, so
Yes,
yeah.
you do. Okay. You'd love it here.
Yeah.
If you found out your town had a rumored serial killer, would you stay and investigate or immediately move away? What would you
I
do?
would do probably neither. I probably
Be
can't afford to
normal and be like,
move.
whatever.
And then
Like,
I would
don't
just
kill
sit at
me.
home and read about it, but I wouldn't investigate. What the fuck?
All your answers are so logical today.
I know, I'm just very practical today. I don't know. I don't know what to
I'm
tell
gonna
you.
let it go. Well, this is not, if you try to turn this question and to make a logical, practical response, I'm gonna throw myself out. I don't know. I'm gonna just walk away and you can end the podcast because like
Okay.
I
Okay.
will honestly stand
I will
up and
not.
walk away. No, honestly, I kind of hope you do. So you have to finish this on your own. Anyway, I
My God.
don't
Okay.
know what's wrong with me today.
I'm loving it.
Okay. Would you rather be a samurai, a pirate, or a cowboy? I know, it's so fun.
Oh my gosh. I guess
Did I
pirate would be fun.
a pirate? Did I steal this from a gay man on the internet saying if you go on a date with a guy, this is what you should ask to figure out their personality? Yes, I did.
What do tell me about each and
Bro, I
what
didn't
they mean.
finish the video.
Oh, because I need to know what each means in terms of samurai. I don't know. Maybe means like I
Active.
don't know. Yeah, protective.
Likes martial arts.
Maybe pirate is like risky and unhinged. And
I'm already that. And a
what was
cowboy is just like, pew, pew. I don't know.
yeah.
They're
Cowboy is
Lori did
Republican.
not like that.
Cowboy is Republican.
They're
Okay.
MAGA. There must
Yeah,
be
MAGA.
an answer. Let me see. Okay, so apparently, a cowboy, independent, rugged, adventurous, follows his own code. Samurai, disciplined, honorable, strategic, values loyalty. Pirate, free-spirited, rebellious, resourceful, thrives on adventure.
Makes sense.
Yeah. And there you have it. We did it. Well, guys, this has been real. Loved having you, as always.
Love it.
Don't forget, like, subscribe, hit us up.
Rate,
What?
rate, review.
Oh, right. I thought you said wait. Rate, review, subscribe, follow us on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio. And next week we have special guests. We have Vanderpump Rob's on. So excited. We're going to talk all juicy things, and we will see you next time. Jazz fingers. Bye.
Bye.